Are you ready for a story? Get yourself nice and cozy wherever you are, because we have got an awesome story coming your way. Hi guys, my name's Kat. I am the new story keeper here at Kingsley Co, and I am going to tell you one of my favourite stories today, and it's the story of the tortoise and the hare. One day there was a really speedy hare, and he knew how good he was. So he went around all of the forest telling everybody just how fast he could run. All the other animals were starting to get fed up with Hare and his bragging, and they really wanted someone to show him up. Well, the only person brave enough to challenge Hare was a tortoise. Now, I don't know what you know about tortoises, guys, but they're not known for being speedy. And so Hare laughed and laughed and laughed, because he knew no way was Tortoise going to beat him. The other animals were supportive, but I don't think they even believed that Tortoise stood a chance. But Tortoise knew what he was going to do, and he lined up at the start line and was bold and strong and said, "I think I've got this, guys." Hare turned and looked at him and said directly to his face, "You've got no chance, Tortoise. Eat my dust." That's when Hedgehog started the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go! With that, all the other animals started cheering Tortoise along. They wanted him to win, even if they didn't believe that he could. Hare sped off as fast as he could run. Before long, he couldn't even see Tortoise behind him. So he said to himself, "Actually, I think I'm going to have a little bit of a rest over here. That tree looks cozy. I'm going to have a bit of a nap. No way Tortoise is going to beat me. I've got loads of time." So that's exactly what he did. He lay down under the tree and had himself a nap. Tortoise, meanwhile, was going at his slow and steady pace. Step after step, not letting himself get distracted by what was going on around him, he just carried on going. He didn't even stop to be distracted by a beautiful tree he saw at the side of the road, with a snoozing hare underneath its branches. He just carried on going, step by step, step by step. When the other animals saw that Tortoise was in the lead and he was coming to the finish line, they all started cheering even louder. They couldn't believe it. Tortoise was going to beat Hare. They cheered so loudly, in fact, it woke Hare up. With a start, he realised what had happened. He jumped up. He started to run as fast as he could, but there was no chance that he was catching up with Tortoise now. And as he carried on running, he saw Tortoise take his final step over the finish line. All of the animals were ecstatic. They screamed, they cheered, they even lifted Tortoise onto their shoulders and marched him around the forest, showing everyone just how good Tortoise had been. Hare was really sad at this point. He crossed the line, feeling really sorry for himself. But as he realised, it wasn't the speediest that won in this race. Slow and steady was the pace that won the race. It wasn't about being the fastest, it was about being the most sensible. All his bragging had gone to his head, and it meant that he thought that he could win no matter what he did. Tortoise proved him wrong in this case, and he won. I love that story because it always reminds me that no matter how good I am at something, it's always good to remember to be humble about it. And I hope you enjoyed that story too.